One of the reasons DARVO works so well is that it's disorienting. People don't know how to react to all of the accusations and contradictory claims and tend to shut down, get defensive, or just generally not act in the ways that they wish they would have. One of the worst parts of experiencing DARVO is that 90 seconds after the conversation is over, when you realize that the other person got everything that they wanted and you just got confused. So, let's do a quick exercise. I want you to picture talking to somebody through tin cans connected by string. There's something you need to tell that other person on the other line, and they don't really want to hear it. You start to tell them, and they start to run, pulling the string along with them, pulling you away from what you wanted to be doing and towards something else entirely. What are your options? Well, you can run with them, you could let them drag you, or realize you have the power to not move at all. This is just a metaphor for a conversation, right? Therefore, you have complete control over how you respond. One of the most effective things I've learned how to do is actually the simplest. Repeat the question that I asked. Repeat what I actually want to know in the exact same tone, in the exact same wording. If they start to use DARVO again, instead of answering, do the same thing. Ask the exact same question, exact same words, exact same tone. I actually think it's like one of those combination moves because I swear it gets more effective the more you repeat yourself, because you're communicating that you're not going to play their game. In order to not let DARVO get the upper hand, you need to maintain your composure, stay firm in what you intended to say in the first place. The more calm and composed you can respond, the more obvious it becomes to you and anyone else that happens to be watching that you aren't the one escalating this situation. In fact, remaining collected is one of the most important tools of de-escalation, which is generally my goal in responding to this behavior. DARVO works because it gets you confused. So, play the Uno reverse card and confuse them by not being confused. When you don't respond by taking the bait, they often get disoriented, and that can be a moment for self-reflection, or, at the very least, will leave you feeling more empowered after the conversation is over. So, let me show you how that might look in a real-life situation. So,
I say that you're a terrible reporter. That's what I say.
Thank you for that answer. I'm going to bring you back around to the question, which was, what would you say to Americans who are scared right now?
I think it's a very nasty question, and I think it's a very bad signal that you're putting out to the American people.
Yes, and the question was, what would you say to Americans who are scared right now?
That's really bad reporting, and you ought to get back to reporting instead of sensationalism.
And what would you say to Americans who are scared right now? See how that looked? Maybe a little bit different, but I think it still communicates the message.